Junior from SML is now in Among Us, and he is working with an evil Thomas the Tank Engine. Like this video if you know Junior, and let's try to stop him. I found Junior while I was playing on the airship. I was in records, and I walked across the main hall and entered the engine room. I had a task to do on the front of the airship and I did it, but then everything around me began to shake. It is a very strange experience because the airship is in the air, so there was something outside grabbing it, maybe Jeffy. It was really weird to say the least, and I was in the gap room, and I was staring outside the window because me and the rest of the crewmates heard the noise outside, but we didn't know where it was coming from. A sabotage was called and we all walked together, but the door was locked. I then decided to go another way and I saw something on top of the crane. On the crane there was a toy. It looked like Thomas the Tank Engine. That's strange. I was about to wrap around and saw a blue crewmate floating in the main hall. What is wrong with him? And right behind the crewmate I saw a creature. It was a really strange creature. It looked like Junior from SML. What is Junior doing here? And what was he doing to that crewmate? I walked away and I was in complete shock. What was that hideous creature? And why was Junior green? There was something wrong with Junior. We all know Junior is Jeffy's friend, and so is Joseph and Cody. I received a message from Junior. In the chat, Junior said, "Chari, I have something to tell you. I am not very happy right now. Jeffy betrayed me and I'm going to need your help. I need you to help me find my magical train that has powers." Wasn't it the same train that I saw on top of the crane back in Engine? I was then ejected from the airship and I was a ghost. Things got really weird when I went back to the engine room. I saw a giant Thomas the Tank Engine. It looked like the same toy I saw on top of the crane. Why is this toy so huge? It's almost like a giant has access to it. My game began to glitch, and I was in a new game. I walked around the engine room trying to find that Thomas the Tank Engine, which is Junior's favorite toy. It didn't seem to be here, but I found a clue in the cargo bay. I saw on the box, "Tank in a box." Does that mean that Thomas is inside? Oh wait, there appears to be something on top of the box. It looks like the same toy I saw earlier. It was Thomas the Tank Engine. I was going to get the toy, but then the lights turned off, so I wouldn't be able to do anything. I ran away, and I found a body in the main hall. I let the crewmates know that it was in the main hall, but then I received a message from Junior. "Chari, I need you to get that Thomas toy. It will allow me to defeat Jeffy. Please help me, Chari. I know you can do it." Well, sorry to tell you, Junior, I don't have the height for that. I went to the box and there was no way I was gonna be able to get that toy. But there has to be something inside. I wonder what that toy has that Junior really wants. It must have some magical power that he will use to defeat Jeffy, since Jeffy is really powerful due to all the green beans he eats. We all know he hates the green beans, but Marvin forced him to eat them. I then heard a sound coming from the vault and it sounded like a train. I walked inside, but it was so dark that I couldn't see anything. I was then eliminated by the imposter, but I noticed something. The little toy, which was a miniature Thomas the Tank toy, was sitting on top of the pile of gold. What is it doing up here? Well, I can fly, but there's no way I can grab that if I don't have any hands. I need to find the solution to all of this. A solution then came to me. In the kitchen, I had to make a delicious burger. I initiated the task, but I saw the Thomas the Tank Engine on my plate. It was Junior's toy. I had the option to grab it, so I did. But the moment that I grabbed the toy, I was eliminated by the imposter. I wasn't sure if Junior was the one behind it, and if he's playing some sort of prank on me, but none of this was funny. Since I was a ghost, I flew around the airship trying to look for Junior, and I managed to find him in the electrical room. There, I saw Junior standing, and he seemed to be really upset. Who knew that a beast so terrifying could use a toy to try to eliminate me? Junior must be really upset that I wasn't able to help him earlier and failed to grab that toy. I joined a new game and I was a crewmate. I spawned in and I went back to electrical to see if I could find Junior. He was no longer standing here, so it means he must have gone somewhere else on the airship. Might as well complete some task. But then a sabotage was called, which meant that I had to do something about it. I went back up the ladders and I encountered something so horrifying. I saw an evil Thomas the Tank Engine that got really close to me. This Thomas the Tank Engine did not look friendly, and maybe he's working with Junior. This was really scary and I froze. I wasn't too sure on what to do. I had an opportunity to run away, and that's what I did, up until I found a body and records. I wonder if this was caused by Junior. Junior then sent me a message, and he wasn't too pleased. "You failed me, Chari. I need the train. You turned Thomas into a monster." I must have turned Thomas into a monster when I grabbed a toy. There was something wrong with me that just managed to turn a toy into a monster. I was then ejected. I entered a new game, this time with only 2 other crewmates. I was pretty much by myself on the airship, which means that I could be in danger. I was honestly really scared and not sure on what to do. I encountered Thomas the Tank Engine and I saw a Junior. I wonder what they're up to and what they want to do to me. I was looking for Junior and I managed to find him in the gap room. Junior was just standing there, but he wasn't looking at me, he was looking at the platform. I wonder what Junior could be planning, and where exactly is Thomas the Tank Engine? A sabotage was called, and I knew that I couldn't enter the room or else Junior would eliminate me, so I decided to go to the other side. But on the other side, I saw the imposter. I was trying really hard to fix it, but I failed, and I knew that the only way to escape was to leave the airship, which I managed to do when I stepped outside. I appeared on Polis and I was really confused. How did I teleport from the airship to Polis? I then heard the sound of a choo-choo train. Where is that coming from? I walked down and I looked both ways and I couldn't seem to find the train anywhere. Could it be Thomas the Tank Engine? The evil one I saw on the airship? I then saw something peek from the left side, and it was Thomas the Tank Engine. I was staring at him and I couldn't believe it. He wants to eliminate me. That is the same train that wanted to eliminate me back on the airship. Thomas then got really close to me, but then my crewmate was staring at something else. There was something behind me. Right behind me was Junior, the same Junior I saw earlier. Thomas the Tank Engine then gave Junior powers, and he began to grow in size. He finally has the power to defeat Jeffy.